Vin.
I'm sorry.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy merch.
Buy merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
Merch.
We got one more song for you beautiful people.
The last song on our stream is Wolfheart, The Flood. Kai actually had requested this song. And a round of events happened where people paid all kinds of stuff forward because Kai was being such a great guy. And so the song is back on our list. So that was pretty
So the songs are $125. After you buy 3, it's $75.
Mm-hmm.
Kai is tight with one of our villagers. Is a Bible bookier as well.
Yes.
And so he... You know, she was having some hard time. We did some GoFundMe. So we had some medical issues because she lives in America, and you guys know how healthcare is in America. So Kai bought a song for himself, but gave it to this person that he's tight with in the village. He's never met in the real world.
So just cancel my song.
He's in Europe.
Send all the money to her.
He's in Europe. She's in America. Okay,
yeah.
So he sacrificed his song for her. Then, Middle Earth. And a couple folk, was it Middle Earth?
I think it might have just been Middle Earth.
Don't be mad at me, bro. Said, we can't let this be. So he got the song for Kai. So it's just one of those pay it forward things. I don't even think they're in an official alliance together.
Well, no, they created
the Forgotten Souls.
Yeah.
Right? So that wasn't an official alliance. They made their own alliance. Anyway.
Right.
I just love the hell out of stories like that. It's very, very emotional. I had to say it. I'm sorry, but
it's happened a couple times on the channel. It's a very cool thing.
A lot.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stadman.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. And
in different ways. Remember people buying each other's shirts?
Yeah.
Like there's been a lot of different variations of it.
And it's just so crazy because right now Kai and I are in a little bit of a little snipey debate. You know, but oh man, it's just that's the power of truth. That's the power of metal, man. That's metal, bro. Like, that's what we do.
So on this review, when Kai had sent it to me, he wanted us to read this comment. So Cape Sharp says, I am a combat veteran. I have watched my friends die. This song relates to loneliness, confusion, inability to accept what is, concepts of reality, nightmares, difficulty to adapt to society, anger, depression, suicidal thoughts, etc. This song is my mantra. And then Wolfheart, I'm assuming the actual band responds back to him, or I guess it says, "Hey Michael, I hope this mantra steers you away from the things you relate, the song. That was the reason for me to write the song, to conceal certain issues into the song, and by that be able to step out from the box and see things from a different angle.
Wow.
Almost like observing yourself from outsider's point of view for a second. So that loneliness would not create confusion, but find a place where one feels home despite the norms of society. I'm sorry, I'm having a little hard time. Somewhere Someday, cabin deep in the woods, in my case, channel the anger, guitar, drums, Jim, in my case, etc. I wish all the best for you. So is that the band?
I'm pretty certain that's the band. Pretty certain that's the band. Actually.
Well, he said that was the reason for me to write the song. So yeah, it is the band.
And so was it about this song in particular?
Yes. Yeah, so that goes to this song.
So where did you get the comment from?
Kai sent it to me.
Oh, Kai sent the
Kai
comment.
screenshot it and sent it to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so holy shit.
Yeah.
What a crazy story.
Okay, so here we have Wolfheart, The
Wow.
Flood.
Okay. So
Yeah, Middle
that
Earth.
that's deep as hell, bro.
Yeah.
What a way to end the night. Okay. Wolfheart, and what did you call it again? The Flood?
The Flood,
Okay.
which it seems like a good title for what he just described. So
That's so nice of that guy.
I know.
That's not just a, hey, thanks for liking our music. Like,
Right.
damn.
Right.
Man, the metal community, forget it, bro. We got the best people in the world, dude. I don't care. Christian atheists, I don't care. It's always the same thing. Always helping people, going out of their way, all this type of shit. And they're the most judged people on the face of the earth.
Yep.
It's so weird. Everything is strange. All right, Wolfheart Flood, let's go. Is that the official video? I hope so, inshallah. We got you, Rip. As if that's a song. The last fucking song we did. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna download the other one. Or, I mean,
Let's ask Kai what he wants to do.
they will be back in a minute. No worries. Okay.
Can we just keep it going?
Uh,
And then they can watch it
yeah,
broken
they usually
down.
block it after the video is done. They don't usually block the video itself. Let me see. Wait till they get back. All right, guys. Type 22. Type 22 when you guys return. Yeah, reach out to them. Let them know we'll be back. Damn, that sucks though, because that official video looked pretty good. All right, so I'm working on downloading this. You go engage with the locals.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you asking what he wants to do?
I didn't know if he wanted us to just use another song or like.
Tell him we're just gonna get another. We'll get the unofficial video and make it happen for y'all, for him. What's the name again? What's the name again?
Floods by Wolfheart. The Flood by Wolfheart.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get the. Son of a bitch. All right,
Some
let's.
people, they're saying they don't know if there's a version that won't get blocked.
No, there is.
Okay.
Tell them I got it. Can they hear me yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, tell them I got a version. I'm pretty good. That's not going to get blocked. Tell them to type 22 when they can hear me.
Here, we're back up.
Hmm?
We're back up.
Okay. That sucks, man. I wanted to see that video, bro.
Well, I can play it over here.
Yeah. You know, I was watching a King Von video today. You know what happened?
What?
The guy sped it up twice. And then in the title, he said... No, he slowed it down twice. Like 2 times, 2x.
Yeah.
And then he said, hey, I slowed this down for the copyright. Just put it on 2x after. See what I'm saying? And I did, and it worked perfect.
Oh, that's great. That's
exactly how it
interesting.
sounded. So
That's
eventually we can do that. Right now it's not practical, but eventually we'll be able to do that. All right, guys. You guys are back, so you guys know. You guys can hear me. Sadie's typing 22. We got one more song, and I'm not leaving my mother chair until we get it done, because it's for my guy Kai. Come on. All right. So let's do this again. Here's the flood. I'm sure you guys can do to listen to the intro again, and it's a lyric video. Let's go. An instrumental.
Yes, Kai, we have the official.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
My guy Kai, who's a master photographer. Actually,
Yeah. So these pictures, he took these pictures like I don't know how many kilometers. Hold on, I have to open up the email again. He said a few photos I took from where I believe that Wolfheart video was shot, some 600 kilometers or 373 miles northeast from where I live.
there you go, guys. You got the official. You guys really have to watch that official video because it's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, it is, but I don't know.
That's the first time I
Kai's
actually,
giving them a run for their money, I think.
Oh yeah, they can't. They should actually. They should have hired him.
They should have.
That shit would have got him 2 or 3 million views. No bullshit, because that dude is gifted, bro. It's like Zoe. Look at this plate. Look at this plate. It's nothing but look at that. It's like a whole film of just grind. Look at that.
It's because they microwave the potatoes.
I don't believe a word you say. These guys did not watch that. I don't care what nobody says. Good evening, or both. You're up late. Okay, so first of all, instrumentally, this is a track. I think this is the first time I've ever said I would like this song as an instrumental, as well as an actual regular song.
Both, yeah.
Like both. Most of the time, it's like one or the other, whatever. But this one was just amazing. This is another one that I'm listening to tonight. Is that Wolfheart Flood?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Like,
so I didn't read actually the lyrics because musically it was so beautiful and engaging.
Yes.
And then the video obviously was beautiful as well because the landscape was just incredible. And then it would go back and you would see the band playing, and some of the work that they were doing on their instruments was just whew. And the way that they bring it together. Kai, you just make great choices when it comes to stuff like this, right?
Yeah, a lot
It's
of it is just decisions.
Yeah, and it's always this song particularly, I feel like you could play this one out in the woods, like, and feel it.
Well, it was
in that
it was
environment,
inspired by nature, and
Yeah.
obviously should be experienced in a. Hey, Tina's in the house. Tina
But
Banana.
I actually didn't read the lyrics because I was so focused on everything else that was going on, which is pretty crazy.
How to stand one's ground when the flood drowns everything around, conceals and buries under. How to rebuild and redesign. How to forge as a whole and re-divide broken and torn asunder. How to speak without a sound, without a voice. Utter the words profound into silence. How to comprehend and to abide. How to rearrange and redefine the emptiness inside.
Wow.
Cold winds of the north, black waters and the frozen shores are waiting for the storm. No trails leading forth, no pathway to the woods, forsaken and forlorn. Yikes. It is kind of amazing to me how environment has been the catalyst for a lot of art. And I'm not talking about like a societal environment. I'm talking about actual nature.
Yeah.
It just has such a, I mean, you see it through the Psalms, right? Like deer and all the rest of it. Like,
Yep.
we are connected. And that's one of the things where, I mean, I said in the other video, but Kai, and that's the biggest thing that I've learned from Kai is that real appreciation of nature.
Yeah.
Because you appreciate nature, but you don't get to go out. Well, you do get to go out, but you choose to stay because I'm not going.
Well, no, you don't like
Well,
it
if
if
it's
I go
in
in the woods by
daytime,
myself.
it's in daytime.
So,
Yeah.
I've gone a couple times, but it always makes me feel like, wow, this could really end in disaster.
Yeah, it's weird because when I was in Florida, I was outside. Like, you couldn't keep me inside, bro. That's like a big punishment for me. My mom kept me inside.
Yeah.
So he's trying to figure out, how do you stand your ground when the flood
I liked verse
drowns?
1 when you just read it. How to stand one's ground when the flood drowns everything around and conceals and buries under. So I like that because
Later, Necro.
you have to survive certain circumstances in life, and things happen to you, and you have to be able to like stand your ground even if everything else is falling all around you, and sometimes everybody disagrees with your decision, but you still go with it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's interesting. He says, "When the flood." You know,
Right. It is coming.
Is it Matthew
Luke?
7?
Oh, I thought it was Luke.
Why do you call me Lord, Lord? Don't do what I say. Doesn't all my fault.
I thought it was.
He who hears these words of mine and does not put them into
Yes.
practice is like a man who built his house on sand.
Yep.
he says, the winds blew and the storm came and it
beat upon that
fell
house.
with a great crash.
Then
he
Great
said-
was the fall of it.
Yeah. And then he said, then there's the other guy. The other guy built his house on a rock, so the wind and the waves came. He was still able to stand. But the point is that if you live in a world like this, then the flood is coming. I mean, a really pessimistic
around
and cynical way to look at life is that life is simply going from one aspect of suffering to another, and happiness is simply a nickname for we are between sufferings.
Oh my gosh.
So that line right there, he says basically how to stand strong when the flood, because it is going to happen. I think the first step to suffering well is to understand that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like my
No, I agree. Yeah.
my boxing coach, he said, you're afraid of getting hit in the face? I said, yeah, of course I'm afraid of getting hit in the face. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. After the first one, you'll be okay. So I go in and sparring, guy hit me in the face. I was like, oh, I didn't die. I'm going to hit that nigga in the face. Pa, 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 pa. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's nothing to do with that. But the point of what Jesus was saying is that you have to know that floods are coming.
Yeah.
You got to figure out what is going to keep you stable.
Yeah. It's interesting because if you're on a ship and you don't have an expectation that there's going to be a storm, but there really is a storm every time anybody goes out. Like, let's say that's how the rules are. And you go out and you don't have that expectation that the storm is going to come. Let's be prepared for it. You'll be like, why does this keep happening to me? When it's like, well, it's happening to everybody. Everybody's going through something.
Correct.
You know, you're going to have storms. So
Correct.
Your perspective would change and you'd stop saying, why is this happening to me? And you'd start preparing for it if you just understood that that is what life consists of. It's not that some massive injustice has been done to you. Like, we all suffer. You know, some of us because of our own sins, and some of us it's just that's what we've been dealt.
Yeah, and obviously as a Christian, when I say that life is simply, that happiness is simply the gap between sufferings, I believe that in the natural world. I do not believe that when a person is in right relationship with God, because when a person's in right relationship with God, their circumstances don't throw them all over the place. Like that's one of the biggest things with me, man, is like I heard this, it's so weird, like the things that you hear, but I heard the sermon one time way back in the day. Forgot who it was. And he was talking about he loves roller coasters. He's like, I love roller coasters and so, and he's like, but I don't want to live that way.
No.
Right. So like that is such an important understanding. Very, very, very understanding. You can, but you shouldn't.
Right.
You can, but you shouldn't.
Right.
How to comprehend and to abide, how to rearrange and redefine the emptiness inside. That's kind of crazy about that guy. He's lost one of his buddies over there, and the person died right in front of him. And it's like, how to rearrange, redefine.
Yeah.
If I could do it over again, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of that. I think the stream needs to end with a poll about the Blessed Mother Mary. Well, I would, but I don't want to give anybody occasion to blaspheme my mother, so I'm not going to do that. Much love to Andre Mariano. How to comprehend and to abide. Yeah, man. Sadie said something really fascinating to me. Sadie said, the lyrics remind me of those whose compass doesn't exactly align with that of mainstream society. The due north home is different for a certain breed. So that's interesting because, true north or whatever is kind of like the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was this Middle Earth? This was Kai's.
This part is... I really like this. How to speak without a sound, without a voice. Utter the words profound into the silence.
Yeah.
Woo! Love that. And that's kind of how I feel like when I go out into nature and I can be by myself. I really, really, really like it because there is a voice, like a, I don't know, is the word primeval? How do you say that word? Yeah. I always see primeval, but I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. Like that sort of feeling when you're out there.
Well, describe it. What do you mean? Like early days of humanity or
early.
Primal, like animal?
Both.
Yeah. Okay.
Both. are there. And
cool.
so you have that, and then there's almost this, I don't know if it's a song or if it's a conversation or something that the soul just begins to do when you're really just there feeling it. And so that how to speak without a sound, like I prefer not to speak out loud when I'm out in the woods. I prefer to hear the sounds around me and pray from within me.
Ah, okay.
And,
so you would have to be a nature person to get that, because I didn't understand verse 2. I was like, what's he saying?
Yeah. And then, so how to speak without a sound, without a voice, utter the words profound, but it feels like what comes from you is so profound because it's so connected. And I tell you that sometimes when I come back, I say, I feel more like centered. I feel more grounded, more even, I guess, but into the silence. But it's the silent, it's not quiet though. Nature is not quiet, but it just has a different sort of silence than the world does. There's sort of a ruckus that goes with the world, where nature, when there's a lot of noise, like there's almost a rhythm to it. Like, you know, when you hear like a waterfall or, you know, something, it's just, or when you go to the ocean, you can hear the waves crashing and the seagulls are, you know, although I have added the sound of children's voices into that.
Yeah.
The beach theme.
Oh, okay. You didn't have kids in there in the beach?
There was, but like that's one where I add the
see.
sounds of humanity in with nature, and I feel like they go well together.
Yes, I definitely understand that.
How to comprehend and to abide, how to rearrange and redefine the emptiness inside. And I think that, like what you're saying and what this guy was saying in the comment section, like how difficult it is when you go through those tragic and horrible things, and then you have to find a way to survive. And that's kind of the question that I find myself asking, like, how would I survive this or that thing? It's really, whenever I think about something happening to any of the kids, you know, already having a miscarriage was so tragic enough, and it already like weighs on me enough, where the idea of losing a child is just, oh my God, it's incomprehensible to me. And I believe as a Christian that God would help me, but because he hasn't given me that help yet, because I'm not in the situation, it seems impossible. So when somebody goes through some very, very difficult things, like the emptiness that you must feel and the sorrow that you must feel and whatever, like finding a way to rearrange it and redefine it. We were talking to somebody just the other night about an experience that they had and how painful that experience was. And it was painful. And, you know, explaining that she has become a certain woman now because of that pain. And it has made it so that way she's been able to speak to other women to keep them out of certain circumstances. And it has defined the way that she looks at control. It has defined the way that she looks at religion. And, you know, it's in a negative sense at this point because it was a religious environment that she was in. It was negative in the sense that she doesn't look at religion in a happy sort of way. It was a bad experience for her. But it has changed her in a way that has made her a more powerful woman. You know, last I saw her, she was controlled by her environment and she was controlled by the people around her. And now I see her controlling her environment more and being, you know, it's changed her, you know, and so bad situations don't always have to be just bad. Like there can be good that we can glean from it. And there's one type of person that says, well, bad is just bad, and they just will drown underneath the sorrow of that. And then there are other people that are the opposite, and they say, I'm going to make something out of it. So I'm going to make the lemonade out of these lemons because I refuse to sit here with only lemons when I could have lemonade. Let's get some sugar and let's make this happen. So I think that I think he's right, that he made this song to kind of empower himself probably and other people to be able to do that and rearrange and redefine.
You gotta. That's one of the things that I'm worried about a little bit with, you know, Daniel's kind of age bracket. It's like,
yeah,
if you function in the world to only increase comfort and avoid pain, you're gonna ruin your life.
Yeah,
people's commitment and worship of comfort has been the death of so many things. You have got to look at comfort from that vantage point as your greatest enemy. That's what I believe. Okay. What do you get, Tom?
Oh my God. What a sad ending.
Yeah, he said he's alone.
No trails leading forth, no pathway to the woods, forsaken and forlorn. So he can't get, like, there's no paths. Like, yeah. I think he's saying, like, there's no before. Maybe this is what he's saying, is that before the forefathers, the ancestors, they would go to the woods, they would find that space in that time, where now we're losing that, and there's no paths to the woods anymore. It's just because nobody's going. Paths become from constant walking, and people aren't doing that anymore.
Yeah, maybe it's an lament for the old ways.
Yeah, to enjoy the woods and to find that place where you can do that. But for me, this song was actually a 10. I really, really liked it, and I think it's an important song too. But I love the sound of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, obviously.
Almost. No, obviously a 10. 10 and a half, actually.
Yeah, I'll match you.
I was out in the woods with the homie. Shout out to Kai. Shout out to Tina and her breakfast tacos. Holy shit. She's like, yo, we should do an all-day stream and then go to we get tacos for breakfast. I would do that.
That would be fun.
I'd actually do that shit.
That would be fun.
Village running in. Gang!
All right, you guys. It's been an unbelievable stream. It was interesting because it was themed and yet unthemed, because we did jump around. We went from the woods to pedophiles and good lord. So anyway, it was good though, and I'm glad that we were able to make this happen today, and that we didn't have some other emergency pop off.
Yeah.
It was funny because when we came in the studio, like, we had moved our equipment somewhere else to help somebody out, and then we never plugged everything back in. So at 10 o'clock we came in here to start, and I was like, oh no. And then
Carlos
gave us a bit of a rough start.
Carlos, hit my email, vinsori@gmail.com, and we'll work something out for sure.
All right, you guys, thanks for hopping in with us and hanging out. It's been, we've been here for almost 6 hours, which is, I don't go 6 hours without eating. And all I had was a bit of a banana.
I know.
So your girl is out.
Maine, dope sick. Having said that, dear listener, Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.